Hi folks, and welcome to the Filmbook channel. And I'm in the autumn woods again, and today I thought, since it has been a while, I would try another carving project. And it's been a little while since I actually started something like this, and just to see if it would work out. And I hope it turns out well. And this is a really simple project you can make with a simple, humble Swiss Army knife. And what I have here is, I need to little waste something. Just a piece of elder, and I want to try to carve a Nalhus from this. A Nalhus is sort of a container where that hangs on your belt, and you put in your sewing kit, which is a highly underestimated item to bring with you in the woods. And what I want to do is, first I want to create sort of a flat surface all along the diameter, or the length of the, not the diameter, if words were my language again. And I will do this on both sides. What this helps with is estimating how you can shape the vessel or the container or what have you, like that. Now what you want to look out for if you're doing this is, well, any cracks or something like this. I will complete this anyway in order to show you, but I don't think I will keep it, because it is, well, it's got a crack. Maybe I can carve this away, but you can see this is cracked along the marrow, the pitch of the thingy, what have you. What I want to do now is I want to take out my awl and just poke into the pitch, like so. And now I take my saw and widen the slit like so. I do this before I actually do more work on the Nalhus, because I want to have sort of a marker how far I can carve. So if you excuse me for a moment, I will try, as I might, to saw off the crack you can see there. And I think that's boring, so I just press pause. Back again, I just saw off the crack, and it looks as if I had succeeded doing this. Taking out my awl again and poking into the pitch on the other side too, like so. And you see, if you create a platform, you can better estimate where your cut is going. And now I'm widening this with my saw. What this does is you can put piece of textile, and I will make another video about that, obviously, because I can't show you everything in one go. I will just carve the container today. But what you can do is you put a piece of textile through this, and sort of two flaps, and adding a ring at the bottom. You can put your needles into the textile. They are secured by the flaps, and you get a ring to mount on your belt, and one sort of a ring. We will see how it turns out. But I have a cunning plan going on, and you have a ring at the bottom of the textile and the flaps, and if you pull the ring tight, the needles are securely tucked inside and won't come. You won't lose them. And I've been meaning to make this design in antler, but I wasn't so sure how it would turn out. So I am carving some sample pieces, which I can only recommend. And so to left with is something like this on both sides. Actually, you could also mount an elder branch to any sort of knife blank. If your knife failed you and you need to make do in the forest, this is something you could also do. And this actually makes for a pretty secure handle. So what I want to do now is, since I have a rough outline of how far I can go, I will now take out my, I think I take the big one, the big blade, and I will add some, I will carve a little bit like so. Like so. And like so, putting a rough tip like so to the, and there are cracks showing more and more, and you know what's happening is you see there is some sort of a concave section. This always happens when you are carving with force and forget to lock your wrist. If you lock your wrist, that can get more precise, but your wrist always wants to do some sort of a scooping cut. At least mine does. And so like this. Now I can carve. By the way, you can keep a little bit of longer piece to hold on to. I just tried to saw off the part that was cracked, and well, didn't turn out the way I wanted. What I want to do now is I want to carve a longer tip. This is pretty blunt, and I carve a longer tip with a less pronounced taper. And I can only recommend that you use this platform technique. If you start with a rectangular section or square section, or depending on your piece. If you have something like this, you can easily remove the edges and have a smaller platform to work with, which takes a lot less energy, and it gives you a lot of control over the shape. And don't carve all the way to the slit you made, but leave something, some material, in order not to destabilize it, not to make it weaker. Elder wood is pretty strong, so it isn't that big of a problem, but I think you get my meaning. And at this end, it isn't as crucial that you create a distinct tip or something. Actually, this isn't rocket science in the first. It's something. And if you're left with something like this, that's pretty good. And I'm just removing the bark over here a tad, and I will carve a bit more of a pronounced tip. This is also something I recommend, that you go back and forth, and in order to estimate where you're going. And looking at that, you're left with something like this. And maybe you have an idea, you might already have an idea what I am aiming for. Now I will take my small blade, because it offers a little bit more control, and I'm working on the overall shape a little bit, using sort of a potato peeler grip. This one is called chest lever grip, or an Enderman cut. Also, you can use your thumb like so, which offers you a lot of control. So, I'm not content with a taper yet, but it's a little bit of a pain in the arse if you are working with short pieces. This is the reason why I always recommend you leave some meat to it. So, and I also want to add some sort of recession here over here. First I need to work on the overall shape a little bit. And like so. And well, that's a little bit what I want to do now is I want to mark off a section here with sort of a V-cut, just in order to, and I'm going all the way around like so. And if you're carving like that, please don't apply too much force, because it can lead to you hurting yourself, and the sharper your knife is, the better. And, like so. And you're left with something like this, and you might already know what I am aiming for. What I want to do now is like use sort of an engraving cut, and not really I don't have a lot of practice with this cut, so I need to be a little bit more careful. And you know, well, you know where I'm aiming at. Actually, this is is going to be a sample piece. It's not going to be the final version. So apologies if you see me working on another one and won't keep this for the next videos, because this is pretty much another proof of concept piece, I think, in order to figure it out. And if I this is from Windfall, so the tree is dead anyway, so I didn't harm any tree in the process, and it would have rotted in the woods anyway. So this is maybe you know, I really try to not to throw too much wood, because I think we need each and every piece of wood in the forest and alive and well, and so. But as I said, no harm done, and I think I want to do this in antler, and because I need an Aarhus, and well, like so, and then I'm trying to add another V-cut. I'm not accustomed to carving fish a lot, because this is what it should look like, little fish. And what I can recommend is, if you want to make something like that, to draw the sculptures beforehand, because that's another way to get a proof of concept. You can easily take your rubber eraser and start anew on paper, but it's not as easy doing this on the live wood or antler or what have you. And antler is really precious to me at the moment, because not just at the moment, that's wrong, but it's a precious material, is what I want to say. And So I recommend starting out in wood, and maybe even a softer wood than elder is, because elder is pretty hard to carve, especially when it's already dry a little bit, and but it can easily be done that way. And you don't want this too square a snout. Like so. And you can also add some. What I want to do is I want to create the end of the tail as a fin, as a tail fin, and so that you get the little fin here, and which acts as a locking mechanism. Actually, this is a pretty ingenious way of making a Nullhus, and I do not claim credit for this, because it is a Sami design, and not beautiful, but I think you get the gist. I will take the piece I just cut off, and I will show you how to make the tail fin. I want to, well, it's pretty crap, and pretty crap this wood, but that way. Well, anyway, I will use the cracks in order to work my knife in. Please watch your hands, and you can do this by battening too, but why should you? And well, and what you do is you work your. Actually, it's better if you keep a longer piece and then work away from your body. But it's doable, is what I want to say. It's not that. Just watch your fingers, folks. It's just. And I know you guys aren't silly, and I know that, so I trust that you won't hurt yourself. And well, I will. It's always better to create sort of a flat platform, but well, just a pretty rough way to do it, so I won't be too precise and get something like this. I need to find myself a little stick in order to batten off the pitch part, and just a random stick, and I'm going over that. Back in a minute. So, heavy battening. So, and I'm left with something like this. I'm cleaning up a little bit. making it more fin-like. And what you want to do is, if you look at this section, you want to put sort of a blunt wedge shape to it. It doesn't need to be really sharpened or something, but I will show you in a minute why I want this. To be like so, because did I put my carving now? If you look at that, if you I need to adjust a little bit, and this is I recommend going back and forth and not taking off too much wood at a time. Applies to a lot of carvings, and what you do want is something that is a little bit conical and wedge shaped. I'm actually adding sort of recession there, and now if you look at this and you put this in, gravity will pretty much seal the hole, and need to remove a little bit still, and adding a little bit more of a wedge. You need to carve the wedge before adding a hole, and if the tail is a little bit thicker than the hole, that's no harm done, quite the contrary. It just needs to sit in there. And well, now I can use my awl, and I want to just mark off the place where I will add my little hole, and I want to be really careful with this. Don't use a lot of pressure, but let the sharp edge of the awl do all the work, and in order to in order not to break or crack this rather fragile piece. And if you want to, this is something, if words were my language. I'm just mumbling to myself. I heard that this happens at old age, and I feel old age closing in, and just talking gibberish, because this is a bit of a patient work, but the patience actually does pay off if you don't overdo this. And you want to watch the other side of the wood. If you see the awl coming through, you can revert to the other side. And you can see awl is coming through a little bit. I'm working it a little bit more in order to have a little bit more purchase when I'm changing direction. And with this, you really need to be rather careful. What the awl will do is it will get stuck So don't use a lot of pressure, and well, if you see that you have, I used too much pressure and I added a cut. If I did that, I go out a little tad, and well. And what you could already do now is you could add a little bit of twine in order to keep this in. And normally I would make a longer hole, like because you want sort of a textile strip as long as the slit in the Nalhus. And well, what I want to do now is just a little bit of cleaning up with this one, because I want to add a smoother or a better transition. So I'm just adding sort of a facet all around the diameter of the tail of the fish, and not going all the way down. Or if you do, take care to alter your angle of the of your carving. And so like that you get the preform for sort of an Nalhus. And I think you get the gist. The textile strap is going out here. The needles are in there, and they are pretty secure, because look at the fit. It's they are not going anywhere. Also, they are fixed in the textile strap, and well, you just need to figure out how to add the strap to your to the Nalhus. Well, that's it for now. You can also put on some leather fins or something like that, but I would not recommend it, because they always get snagged all over the place, and I think this will not be something that is pretty desirable. Lots of cleaning up, by the way. I'm not claiming that this is I'm sitting in the forest and carving something from windfall, and I'm doing it pretty quick for demonstration purposes. So you can always, and I recommend you do, take your time sitting by the campfire, and or at home. You can even do something like this in your living room, even if you don't have a workshop or something like I do. I have apron that I have sewed to a garden trash bag. You know, the ones, the round ones. And I'm working over the trash bag and got my apron, so all the shavings are falling into the trash bag already. So that's maybe a little life hack if you ask yourself how to carve at home or something, because, well, times being as they are, it's sometimes not a good idea to whip out your knife in public, even if it is just a Swiss Army knife. People get intimidated by that. But actually, I must say, I can only recommend you get yourself a Swiss Army knife. It mustn't be. I have used this one because it is one of the simplest models, and I personally, I think to get started carving, this is everything you need. You got the small blade, which is maybe the most important tool in the whole package. A big blade for roughing out. You have seen me doing this, and an awesome wood saw like that can not only be used for sawing off the branch, but also for finer details and for finer stuff. And the awl. These are the tools you absolutely need for wildcrafting. And if you got these on your knife, I think you can make pretty decent projects. And if you look at this, well, a lot of people I hear saying, "Well, I don't drink wine. Why should I use a corkscrew?" Well, look at that. If you're being careful, I'm just doing my piece, but just to show you what this also does. Well, now I ruined the fit. No, not. It's not that I recommend you do this on your Norwis, because then you get this. You get the gaps in there. Maybe you don't want that. Personally, I do think that this is a pretty nice and satisfying project. Well, I think you need. It's also it's not as difficult as it might seem at first. But I think you should have a little bit of experience already. It's not that you need to be a pro carver or something for doing this. This is nothing that's too difficult, and but you need to be able to carve towards yourself with a little bit of confidence already. Also, keep your knives sharp, of course, and don't use a lot of force, and you will be all right. And actually, this is what I wanted to also to buy. Well, there's a crack in there, and it will have to throw it, because if you use that, and maybe you're on a hiking trip, and actually, I believe a sewing kit is something a lot of bushcrafters are not aware of, that it's a pretty crucial piece of kit, because if something happens in the wilderness, well, personally, I do believe that you are more likely to tear your pants than being able to defend yourself against zombies. And so maybe leave the cold steel SRK at home, pack a Swiss Army knife, and a sewing kit, because I'm 52 years old, and in my life I had once the misfortune to come across a boar that was a youngling boar, by the way, or else I wouldn't talk to you. That wasn't too fond of me roaming his forest, and we had sort of a brawl, and I bled a lot, and this was just a pig that high. Well, I was a kid then, and I was also just that high, so it was fair terms, and I wouldn't want to come across a raging boar, only that this doesn't happen really frequently. And well, if it happened, then first you have done a lot of things wrong in the first, so well, why should that happen? But I'm actually, you know my stand on that. I don't need to elaborate again and make another video that's over an hour of ranting. So just want to say, it's more likely that you tear your pants by walking through brambles, or just making some weird movement or something, and so that's more of a possibility than the other stuff a lot of people prepare for. So I really recommend you carry sort of a Nullhus or something, or sewing kit, what have you. Can also put them in an Alterwitz tin, which is what I'm doing at the moment. I just do this for because I want something beautiful, and more or less ways to go. I know it's not really beautiful, and it's, as I said, it's a proof of concept, and I will elaborate on that. But that's, as I said, this is pretty valuable if you do this in a wood that you will maybe not keep or something, or keep as a token or something. Put that in your museum or something, or give it away or something. But just want a cool piece on my belt, and piece of kit on my belt, and want to tell people, well, I made it myself. And this is what I really hope to inspire you to make your kit yourself, to make it your own, and to enjoy it, and to have something that conveys meaning to you, because this goes a long way to keeping your sovereignty, because even if your boss or your what have you, your admin or something tells you you're a piece of shit, you know that you got this sewing kit made, and you made it, and that you are capable of this, and you are capable of this, because I am capable of this. So, and I'm not really particularly skilled. And if it doesn't work out first time, it didn't work out first time for me myself. And this is also not the last word that's spoken about this. And I need to practice more. And but it's in the process. It's in the process is really satisfying. I mean, there are worse ways to spend your afternoon than sitting in the woods and carving stuff. And even if it doesn't turn out the way you intended, actually it turned out the way I intended. I didn't mean to make something really elaborate or something. I just wanted to show you my idea, and hope that inspires you, and hope you make yourself something beautiful, and maybe, well, best me. I would love that. I would love you to elaborate the design and develop it, and so that it suits you better, and maybe that will be an inspiration for myself. And I think this is what YouTube was about in the first, or the other social media are about in the first, to inspire each other, and to communicate with each other, and well, to be nice to each other, and to enhance resilience and stuff. And it's a simple thing, and it can still be that way, and it is in this little corner of the internet. And I want to say I'm really grateful for that, for you guys being here, who see it a lot like I do, and not because I necessarily want people to be of the same opinion than I am, but because this is, well, it's great, and it gives me hope. It's good for my resilience, because it gives me hope, because people in this corner of the internet are still friendly, and try the best to be a decent human being, and I appreciate that. This is what I want to say. I want to say that I appreciate you guys over here, and I'm not here because I think I'm the next big thing, and that I'm just a normal guy, that ugly and what have you. But if we inspire each other, and when I think about you, Dong, I still have some machete blank lying about, and I want to make a handle for that because of your videos. Or Knife Nut, when I look at what your achievements in knife making, this is something that inspires me to try harder, and this is well. And if I can inspire you to take up carving or just enjoy your time in the woods, that's what it's about. It's not about being a professional carver or being the best carver there is. And well, and I will close now with some bonus music. Well, no, doesn't work. Don't know why, but it doesn't work. Laughing stock. There's something inside, so this is a project I want to do in the future too. Again, because I'm all crap at making flutes, and if there is something inside, and I had it in my pocket, and you know, there is. If there are shavings inside, there is it. There it is. Not the best flute there is, but drives me mad. You must trust me. What I was when I was making for the woods, I checked and double checked in order to show it off as a bonus, but well, it doesn't work. And I need to work on that. I need to practice more. But that's how it goes sometimes. It's just sometimes you win, sometimes I lose. and also it really looks funny when I'm doing this. Well, back to the drawing board. Folks, need to practice on making flutes, and I think that's maybe a topic for another video. And oh man, maybe if I take out this this piece here and put it in another way. The thing is, you need to fumble a lot with, fiddle a lot with and I think you get the meaning. You get the gist. What you need to do, and well, enough said. I will test it out on another occasion, and if you fail, you fail. That's no good to claim otherwise if you do. And I failed. On the other hand, got an Aarhus, and I hope that video was halfway helpful and entertaining. I know you guys, you laughed your ass off as I was testing this, but well, that's how it goes. And that said, I hope you enjoyed the video no less, even if that didn't work out. Thank you a lot for watching, for being here, and I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your content, even if I'm sometimes lacking a little bit behind because, well, I don't have internet at home, and everything I have is a smartphone and limited data, so that's often something I have to sacrifice, and I need this for work, and so sometimes I'm just lacking behind, but it is not out of bad intent or because I don't like you anymore, just because I failed to keep up. So as I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and my it's already become sort of a little longer video due to all the rants I keep doing, but well, as I said, I hope you stay sane and healthy, unlike myself, and enjoy the forest, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.